Alright, welcome back, guys. So next is to find the perimeter. And whenever I'm trying to find the perimeter, which is that distance all the way around this figure, not including the stuff that's on the inside, just the stuff that's on the outside, what I like to do is I like to use a highlighter. And as I start recording all the different sections of this shape, I will highlight those so I know I've counted them already. So again, there's a lot of clues up here. There are two identical rectangles, two identical quadrants. So that's really going to help us here. So let's start with the fact that since this is 2.4 centimeters right here, that means the top here must be 2.4 centimeters as well. We saw in the last video that this had a length of 1 and this was 0.6, so when you add those together, that means this has a length of 1.6 from here to here, which means that this has a length of 1.6 from here to here. Alright, if this has a length of 0.6, that means this has a length of 0.6. And we are almost done. You can see that the only thing we have to figure out now is this length right here. And if we know this length right here, that means we can get this length right here because they're identical. Alright, so let's see if we can figure that out. I'm going to imagine that there is a completed circle right here. And I know that there's a way to find the circumference of this entire circle right here. But I'm not really interested in the entire circumference. I'm only interested in 1/4 of that circumference. Alright, so let's take a look at what we need to know. In order to find the circumference of a circle, the only thing we need to know about it is its radius. If we take its radius and we multiply it by 2 pi, we're going to find the circumference. So let's do that. Circumference equals 2 pi r. The radius of this circle is 1, so we'll put a 1 in there. Again, that's going to make the arithmetic really easy. And we end up with a circumference of 2 pi. Alright, so let's put that into decimal form. It looks like all these have 1 decimal place, so I think I'll just keep it consistent like that and go to 1 decimal place. Let's see, this would be 2 times 3.14, so if you double 3.14 you get 6.28, and then that 8 right there is going to round it up to 6.3. So this whole circle right here, has a circumference of 6.3. But I'm not interested in the entire circumference, I'm only interested in 1/4 of that circumference. So I got to take this guy right here and I got to divide it by 4. So let's do that now. I'm going to go on my calculator. 6.3 divided by 4 gives me 1.575, and that 7 right there is going to round that up to 1.6. So apparently from here to here is going to be 1.6 centimeters. And it's going to be the same thing on the other side, 1.6 centimeters, because they are identical. Alright, cool. So that's all the hard work. The rest of it should be pretty easy. So let's start with this. Let's make a running list of everything that I've got here. I've got to add up 2.4 plus 2.4. Alright, 1.6 and 1.6. Alright. 0.6 and 0.6. And then finally 1.6 and 1.6. Alright, now when I look up at my shape here, I'm just going around making sure there isn't a spot that I didn't highlight. Nope, I got everything, which means that the sum of all of these numbers right here has got to be my perimeter. So let's see what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 is 36, 37, 38. 39, 40, 41, 42. Carry the 4. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it must be 12.2 centimeters all the way around this shape. All right. Now I got to be really clear about this again. That's the answer that I came up with. Now that answer came about based on some decisions I made along the way about how I was going to round. So, you know, maybe you didn't call this 1.6, maybe you called this 1.5 or something like that, or 1.7. Maybe you use more decimal places. In that case, maybe you use more decimal places here. I don't know. So all of those things can really affect this answer right here. So as long as you're close, as long as you're pretty close, like within, you know, a tenth, maybe 2/10 of the correct answer, you should be fine. But again, Schoology is not going to do that. Schoology is going to mark it wrong if it's not exact, and that's where we just got to kind of deal with that. So hopefully this made some sense to you, and I'll see you guys on Zoom tomorrow. And that's it. See you there.